welcome back to a Wiley Show. Today we are back with a new video. I want to say again to the people, Happy New Year. We are already in the ninth day of the year. Super excited. We have some terrible news across my desk regarding the nurses in New York. I believe they are striking. They are on a strike because of low wages, and they feel as though they're not being taken care of. We have been preaching this all over on our videos. This is unjust. The working class have not been given a fair chance. So I'm happy to see that the nurses are coming together and they're saying, no, we're not going to take this mistreatment. We're not going to take this from this hospital not paying us fairly. We're going to go out on a strike. It is sad because nurses work hard. Nurses are the backbone of the healthcare system, and I also put the CNA and nurses in them as well. They're the backbone, and they're not getting paid fairly. So if the nurses are saying they're not getting paid fairly, what do you think the CNAs and the patient tech are getting paid? Because if the nurses are saying, hey, I'm not getting paid fairly, I ain't get a fair contract, what do you think the CNAs and the patient tech, you know what I'm saying, that's below the CNAs, what do you think they're getting? And if you think the CNAs and the patient tech are going through, what do you think the housekeepers are going through as well that clean these facilities? Some of them can't make it ends meet, and we will continue to preach this on our platform. I don't care what I'm talking about. I can be talking about Usher, and I'm always going to type in we need fair wages in this country, fair wages when it comes to things like that, because again, they definitely need to do it. And also it's an unjust system because you got hospitals and nursing homes. They're hiring traveling nurses, and they're hiring not only traveling nursing, but they're hiring traveling CNAs, and they're paying them double. Now, if you can pay traveling nurses, which is no problem with that, you can also pay your regular staff. Now, if you're paying your regular staff $45, $50, and if you're paying traveling nurses that much money, then pay your regular staff, and you won't need a traveling nurse. Your people will stay at those jobs. They will not strike. So if you have the budget to pay for traveling nurses, if you have the budget to pay for traveling CNAs, if you have the budget to pay for these people, and mind you, I worked in staffing in my career in healthcare, and I will tell you, the nurses got paid more from all of those agencies that we picked, and also those CNAs, and to the point they wouldn't even pick up until I actually increase the pay, until I do that premium pay. And then when I did premium pay, they would pick up the shift. And I was telling the bosses and the administration at the company, I said, you know, you all, we paying them on, you know, on this agency, and we're paying these people to come in and travel that's not employees, and they're making double or triple the amount for that. And then if you pay your regular staff this same amount, you won't have a problem with call offs. You won't have a problem with vacancies. You will actually have a waiting list for people to work for this entire establishment. So again, companies have not noticed that. They're always about profits upon profits over taking care of their employees. Even if you're taking care of your employees, you still will get record profits, because again, if you're taking care of your employees, that means they're going to take more care of their patients. They're not going to be all burnt out. You would be able to hire the best of the best. And then also your client share, more people will go in to be willing to go get services in this particular hospital, or go get services at this particular assisted living or nursing home. So again, I stand with the nurses that is on a protest out there in New York. And it's not just New York suffering. All over the country, nurses feel that they're not getting paid fairly. And that is something that we need to, and that's why we need government intervention. We need government intervention, because this is sad. Because when you allow companies just to continue to talk about profits over people, you will see more people that are going on strike. And the same thing that happened with Amazon, because they feel that they're not getting paid fairly. The working class have been getting screwed for decades, and it is time that we as people take care of the working class. All right. I'm just going to say that again. So it's going on all over. So when I see people sending me the DMs and they're sending me the stuff, thank you all so very much. Uh, is all about taking care of the working class. And I'm going to say that again because there's so many people. I had a special person on my show yesterday, and she was a conservative. And she was like, "Oh no, you can't do that." But her husband worked, and her husband got a good job. But if her husband is that good job, she will understand that you definitely going to need the government to assist in that type of way. All right. So again, I want y'all to thumbs up this video. I don't know how long it's going to be. We're going to get through these topics. When it comes to it, give me a second. I said ICU nurses are paid the most, right? Pay insurance and benefits. I've talked to a couple of employees, said they're not getting the insurance, does not make any sense. I think it's cheaper for them to pay that way short term than to pay that much money in a regular basis. No, it's not, because most of these companies, most of their workforce is employees that are traveling nurses. A lot of their bottom line is a lot of traveling nurses. So if you can afford that, you can afford your regular pay folks. Just put it in your budget and do that, and you won't have a problem with, because it's expensive when employees are not coming into work. It is expensive. That means people got to work double time, triple time. It is expensive when you're getting extreme call offs, and it's expensive when you have all these vacancies. It's costing a company a lot of money because people are overworked. In return, you're burning out your good staff. So again, I want to say again, these companies can afford it, and then if the government have to intervene and to help and to give more help to a lot of these facilities, then so be it. But if we can bail out these Fortune 500 banks and these Fortune 500, companies, then we can also bail out the working class. All right. All right. So I just want to say that it is the same thing with the teachers. When anytime that the teachers goes on strike, it's because of they are screaming for more pay, the pay, the pay, the pay. A friend told me she made $100 an hour travel as a nurse, but traveling nurses are making good money, but the regular staff that's working in these facilities are not making the money. All right. Somebody said a lot of nurses retired due to amen. A lot of nurses did retire. So you have to fill in those vacancies. And then also when the pandemic happened, a lot of nursing schools were shut down. So that affect a lot of people to becoming nurses, and they have to recruit that and get the people. And it's always been a nurses shortage because a lot of people don't want to become a nurse, is because they are overworked. All right. And the teachers, when you look at their salaries, they're low paid. It's just really sad. Some in some cases, people make more being an Uber driver. Nothing wrong with being an Uber driver than a teacher. The last time I checked, you have to go to school to become a teacher. I'm just saying. Okay. It's extremely sad. Do y'all think that's fair that teachers have to work other jobs to make ends meet? A teacher, someone that is in charge of educating your child, have to work triple or double to to help them out to even give supplies for their classroom. That's unfair. That is unfair. That is not right. And so I will continue to preach that. And many people say, "Oh, Wiley is a socialist. Wiley is he's a socialist." I am being, honest, and I'm all about workers' rights. So if you want to call me a socialist, go right ahead, because corporate America have been taking advantage of socialist programs since the beginning of time. When anytime they need to bail out, they go right back to the government, and I don't hear people are calling them socialists. Okay, I'm just saying. So I'm gonna sit there. All right. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in to the Wiley Show. We about to go to the next topic here. I just had to talk about that because it ran across my desk. I definitely had to talk about that. Now, let's go to Young Thug. Young Thug, and this is, I feel as though it's some unfair treatment with Young Thug. And the unfair treatment is they're using this man lyrics to get him. And I don't think that we should use a person lyrics against them in the criminal proceedings. But to you, Young Thug, and to all rappers out there, you all need to use your power and get involved politically by also supporting candidates to change the law, because that law is definitely affecting you. It should be a law on the books that they should not be able to use your lyrics in a criminal proceeding. But I do want to read this it ran across my desk about Young Thug and his RICO trial on the TMZ. It said Young Thug RICO trial is about to get started. During the prosecutors will present evidence back in the case in a controversy that will include some of his lyrics. Opening arguments are scheduled to kick off Monday in Fulton County, where Young Thug is facing serious charges, including conspiracy, participating in criminal gang activity, possession of a firearm, controlled substances charges, among other things. He pleaded not guilty, with his defense attorney insisting his name will be cleared through the proceeding. Thug is just one of the several individuals who have been charged in the sweeping case, but he's the key defendant, as the feds allege he's one of the head honchos of Young Slim Life, aka YSL, which they claim is not only a music label / brand, but a violent criminal enterprise too. The allegations against Thug and other 27 co-defendants date back to 2015, and some defendants, not Thug, are facing murder, attempted murder, armed robbery charges. Even more alarming is the fact that prosecutors are expected to cite Pacific lyrics YSL members have rapped to help build the case against them. It's caused a lot of outrage, with some arguing rap lyrics shouldn't be allowed as evidence in the case, claiming they often blur the lines between artistic expression and reality. It is unclear which lyrics exactly are going to be mentioned, but some of the songs prosecutors are looking to have been revealed. They include Young Thug 2018 hit Anybody, plus tracks from YSL 2020 compilation album like Take It to the Trial, Ski, and SLATTY. Prosecutors allege YSL members included Thug explicitly referred to criminal activity in those tracks, and that they furthered the objective of the group, namely preserving, protecting, enhancing into the reputation, power, and territory of the enterprise. While Thug is about to have his day in court, one of his cohorts and fellow label mates, Gunna, already accepted a plea deal that saw him released from custody. He was sentenced to 5 years and 1 year credit for time served. The remaining 4 years was suspended, so no more time behind bars if he stayed out of trouble. And I want to say this, you know what I'm saying? I do believe Young Thug was running a criminal enterprise. I do believe it. From my research in gangs and all of that, people that they have robbed and done dirty things with are working with the prosecutors and all of that. I do believe that. Young Thug have a right to fight these charges. But one thing that was going to get Young Thug and is going to help these prosecutors is the lyrics that they use, because most of these rappers are dumb because they really want to do crime, and they put their criminal behavior, the crimes that they commit, and they put it in their lyrics, and that is going to hurt them in the long run. And this is why, to Young Thug, to rappers period, none of them really use their power and influence to influence the political structure. They're not involved in politics. They're not on Capitol Hill. They're not in many states. They're not in Atlanta. They're not, going to the governor mansion and actually advocating to change the law so their lyrics will not be used against them in a court of law. And this is something that's really insane to me, that they don't use their power. And so when I look at this, and I look at this situation with Young Thug, and I see the situation with Young Thug, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked that this is going on. He's definitely in a criminal enterprise. I don't believe those prosecutors would just make this up. And other people are just turning against Young Thug, as well as Gunna, even though Gunna came out and said, I didn't snitch. You did snitch. You're not going to get a deal being suspended unless you're snitching on somebody. Tell it to somebody else. I watched too much SUV. I watched too many episodes. Too many episodes of First 48. You have snitched to get out of jail. And I don't mind it, because again, if you have a better deal If you want to get out of jail, you snitch. I will do the same thing if I'm working with people, and if I got some information to get me out of jail, I will snitch. I'm not going to play no games. I will snitch in a heartbeat. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at that. I don't understand. A lot of people in this, social media don't not want to drag Gunna, and the rappers are not really dragging him, calling him a snitch, but they call, you know what I'm saying? They call Shakashi 6ix9ine a snitch, but definitely gave Gunna a pass. So the rappers are very biased because they just can't. Oh my God, you a snitch, you a snitch, but then they ain't coming at Gunna. But definitely Gunna did snitch. I'm not mad at Gunna that he snitched because again, if you snitch, I mean, you have to get out of jail. I don't understand it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So I'm not going to be shocked that you get out of here and say, hey, this is something that's going on in this type of situation. But also, when you look at when we look at it, you got New York. They're trying to change the laws of the limit the rap lyrics to be used in criminal behavior. They got in California, they changed the law, but it's a loophole that they still can use lyrics to come against them in criminal behavior. But in the state of Georgia, they do not have they're not those laws on the books where they can use the lyrics to use against a rapper in a criminal proceeding, and they are charging them the RICO. That's the same thing they took down with the mob, and they're using to take down a lot of these black gangs. They using that mob type of strategy when they were taking down all of these criminal families, these families to take down these rappers. And we're gonna see how this is gonna play out in the future with Young Thug and things that I'm not gonna be shocked if he get a guilty and he served time in prison because he should have just continued to do music and not put one foot in the streets. A lot of these rappers, unfortunately, they come from the streets. They don't know how to leave the streets alone, and that's why if I Lil Baby, make sure you clean because Lil Baby is being watched and being investigated as well. They already watching, so don't you be crazy out there and try to have 1 feet in the streets and 1 feet in the industry. Keep your nose clean. And it's so sad to me because Young Thug was out here defending Lil Baby and talking about how I told Lil Baby don't be in the streets. You got kids. I gave him money. I told him don't be in the streets and all of that. And now here you are in legal trouble facing prison time. Like, I just don't understand that. So maybe you should have took that advice that you gave to Lil Baby and applied that advice to yourself. Even though I'm a fan of Young Thug's music, but again, we need criminals off the street. If you out here doing running a criminal enterprise, you definitely don't need to be out here in the street. So I'm just saying, you definitely don't need to be here if out here in the streets. So I'm going to keep updated on this trial. I believe this trial is going to be televised. I believe it's going to be televised. So I'm going to have my notes and we're going to review it and talk about it on our channel. And I believe this is going to be televised, and it is what it is. And a lot of people, once you become a rapper, you become a target. When you get all of these millions of dollars and you're doing criminal behavior, a prosecutor will prosecute you. And that is a good look for them, for their career. It's a good look for their image, because their image is about being against crime and locking up criminals, and that's helped their career. So if they're in the news and it's very high profile case, and they're in the business of winning, and if they win this case, that is an example of them actually, okay, this is great. Wow, we're gonna reelect her. So we're gonna see how this is gonna be played out in the future. I know a lot of people is covering this trial and looking at this trial, but I'm definitely seeing all of this stuff that is going on. But I will be reviewing the trial and giving my updates of this trial and paying attention to this trial. But again, thank y'all so very much for sending me this story about Young Thug. And I'm not shocked, you guys. I know a lot of people saying this is not justice, free Young Thug, free Young Thug. But if he's running a criminal enterprise, I'm not one of those African Americans that's going to say free Young Thug. No, in my culture, if you do anything illegal, you need to be off the streets, and that goes to the same thing for family members. You just cannot be doing that because it's not good. People pay a lot of money in their tax dollars, and that's not right. That if we commit a crime, we get arrested, and you are a successful rapper and committing crime, you should be able to get the same type of treatment that anybody in America do. It. You do the crime, you must do the time. All right, so I had to say that. Also, too, congratulations to me. I've been nominated for YouTube of the Year. And today I went back into my archive and I saw an old episode that I did on intellectual radio. I remember I had a deal with them and I was trying to find other episodes, but I was only was able to find one particular episode. And I said, look how far I've come with the ratings. That video only got 100 views, and now we're getting thousands upon thousands of views. So when people talk about us and all of the things that we do, listen, I've been there with very low views, and now look at us now being nominated for an award, having 400 plus thousand people on our way to 30,000 subscribers. So I thank y'all so very much to being nominated. We worked very hard, and we have been nominated for this award, and I'm just excited. And so when I shared a video that I did way back when in the day, I was like, wow, I've interviewed people, I've talked to people, I've done these things, I put in the work, and I'm still out here working. And I was so young. And I wish I would have told my young self. Everybody asks me, what is the conversation would you tell your 20-some-year-old self? I would say, don't give up. Keep going. You will get there. And the mindset that I have now at 32 years old that I did not have at 22 was the consistency. And now I have that drive, that fire into me being consistent on the show. So I want to say thank you. So again, I've been nominated for an award. The voting process starts in February. And so once I get that information, I will bring that to y'all once I get it, because they have not started the voting yet. Once it happened, I will bring it to y'all, and you all will be able to vote for me for YouTuber of the Year. All right. Go, 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 go. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Right D. Thank you so very much. Congratulations. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, I will definitely let y'all know when the voting. And also the award show is going to take place April the 30th, 2023. And that's when the award show is going to take place. So once I get all the ticket prices and all of that, I will definitely send it to you all and as I get it. Okay. Thank you. All right. Little commercial break. Okay. So we're going to go to our last topic here. Jason Lee. Oh wow. This I'm still getting DMs. Every time you see a notification go off, that means there's sending me DMs about Jason Lee. And wow, Jason Lee definitely have made a power move. And the power move that he made, he's going to be interviewing Cardi B. As you see, that he's definitely going to be interviewing Cardi. So a lot of people were saying different things about this interview. This was all over social media. With this interview, people had a whole lot of things to say with this interview, and I was like, okay, this is great. I think this is good for the culture, as when I originally first saw this, and I continue to do some more thinking, and I said this. I posted this on Instagram. This is a power move against Armon Wiggins. Wow. Head over to my YouTube page to break it all down so I can break it all down. Okay. So I posted that on my Instagram page, and automatically people are definitely talking about it. Somebody said, can we talk about okay. Some people, y'all just be saying anything in the chat. All right. So when I posted that on there, I was like, this is something. This is a power move against Armon Wiggins. Like, he got this, this interview against, with Cardi B. Everybody know that Armon Wiggins love Cardi B. He defend Cardi B. He support Cardi B. But Jason Lee worked tirelessly to get Cardi B on his show. Now, I don't see a problem. I think with Cardi B, I think it's great that Cardi B is going on Jason Lee's show. I think that's awesome. But I also have to say to Cardi B, you must have loyalty to other people that defend you as well. Like Armon Wiggins. And even though Armon Wiggins came out and he said countless times he did not want to interview Cardi B, but he want a Cardi B interview. But people say that I don't want no Cardi B interview. I don't want no Cardi, I think personally, because Cardi B, before, while she's doing Jason Lee interview, she must also go to the Black YouTubers that have been defending her before, that's been defending her and did not have a public fallout with her. If you remember, Jason Lee fell out with her, and Armon Wiggins had Cardi B back. And I think that she also should go to the YouTube channel, not just to Armon Wiggins show. I think she also needs to go to Lovely T show, because these people, they defend her constantly. I mean, Lovely T fell out with Tasha K and fell out with her because of her loyalty with Cardi B. Even Armon Wiggins fell out with Tasha K and dragged Tasha K because of his loyalty with Cardi. So if Cardi want to make a move, then she must come out here on these YouTube shows, because I'm feeling that when I see this, it looks like Cardi have used Armon Wiggins, and she went over there with Jason Lee, a biracial man. Nothing wrong with his mother is white. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, come on. And I've reached out to Cardi B multiple times, and I've sent her an email today. And I said, hey, you need to come to Black YouTube channels that defend you. I've defended you. I've talked about you. I've let you. I said this. So you come over to the Wiley Show. Send an email to her team. Send an email to Offset team. Send an email to her label. Because I'm like, don't just go to a person that's going to be on TV, because those ratings are not going to be as high as when you come over to YouTube. Like, the ratings going to be higher on YouTube. So when I see this, and I made a post, and let me go, and I'm on Twitter, and they're dragging this on their Twitter account. They're talking about this on their Twitter account. They're dragging Armon Wiggins. He actually blocking some people that were saying different things. One person said this is so sad. How do you feel that Cardi B is going on the show? Somebody said this quote: your boss is giving an interview to your op before you. How you feeling? Armon Wiggins definitely trying to change the conversation. He released a new profile picture, and then he also said this tweet, and this is a quote. He said, get somebody else to do it. He's definitely responding to Jason Lee, saying, get somebody else to do that particular interview when it came to this situation. So obviously he see it. He's up. He's been posting about it. And when this news was dropped, it was early in LA time, and he was definitely posting about it on his social media. So when you see all of this stuff over and over and over, I said, hey, I'm going to make a video about it. And because it is very salty, this is embarrassing that she's going to go to Jason Lee before she went to Armon Wiggins show. But I think one of the major mistakes for Armon, what he made is when he burned Jason Lee book, when he trashed Jason Lee, when he released Jason Lee text, all of those things, even though maybe she'll be like, I don't know if I'm going to do a show with Armon, because he did burn Jason Lee book. I don't know if he's gonna do that, because he posted Jason Lee text, and he can definitely spend it. And I know that I think it's quite embarrassing, as I can see. And if this was anybody else doing the interview and all of that, people would talk about it, And I said, hey, that's the picture is on this show. He made a power move against Armon Wiggins, and he got the Cardi B interview. And Jason Lee showing you, hey, I have this success. I know how to get in. I know a lot of dirt about these celebrities, and I do a lot of dirty things, and I know a lot of dirt about Cardi B, and I will use that to get, and I will strong arm to get Cardi B on the show. And I see this, and I know a lot of people were talking about it, and I'm all over here, and I sent Armon a message. I said, is you going to respond? And he hurried up and jumped on his show, on his station show, to deflect. And I told people, listen to his words on station and see exactly what he have to say. And then we will give our commentary. Let me know what exactly he says on the show, and we will give our commentary on there. All right, because again, people want to know. And I have some people right now listening to the show. I said, let me know if he addressed this, or even address it without posting it on his social media. Now, when you see this situation and all of this, and I know people are saying that, Jason Lee was in a relationship with Cardi, but he fell out with Cardi. And she should have done an interview with anybody. She should have done it with Armon Wiggins first. That's number one. Number two, all the person that I see that when I went to his page, Armon get the highest views. Concerning it's more views than Jason Lee. Hell, when Armon went on Jason Lee's platform to go on gagging with Jason Lee, the highest views were Armon Wiggins. Hell, it was so high that Jason Lee said, "I need to cancel this show because this particular show, Armon Wiggins definitely took over." And then once he fell out with Armon, and once Armon people was not going over there, the ratings definitely dropped. And so I think that Jason Lee is doing a re-rap, the rebrand, and he's doing yet again another product, another show. He had the podcast that flopped. He had the iHeartRadio deal that flopped. And now he's on this. Oh, and now he's on this another project. He's on a project of doing a daytime television show. But also, I've read an article about daytime television is dying out. I read an article and it's dying out. And they said what's happening that more people are streaming than actually doing television. That is why Oprah bowed out, because they said, Oprah, I don't think you will be able to compete because you have the podcast, you have the streaming, and it is best that you leave daytime television on top than to continue to do it and to see your audiences go away. And that's what Oprah back in 2011, she bowed out of doing daytime television because she was no longer getting on blockbuster ratings anymore because it was so much competition, streaming, podcasts, all of those things. And then, of course, a good producer and a good person will tell Oprah that said, these things coming down the pipeline and it's going to affect your bottom line. And what did she do? She said, okay, I'm going to end my television show. And that's exactly what she did. Now, when you look at, Jason Lee trying to do a show, it's no different than doing TMZ. It's no different than doing Jennifer Hudson. No different. It's literally no different. It's actually a low budget show compared to these other shows. Now, it is good to see him. It is good to see him interviewing Cardi because nobody ever had the interview. Now, let me tell you about this interview that Jason Lee gonna have with Cardi. You must ask Cardi B the tough questions about Tasha K. You must ask Cardi B about the cheating allegations that you went through in divorcing Offset. It gotta be something that Cardi B never really talked about publicly in an interview. We gotta talk about the criminal act that she did with having a bartender get beat up. You need to talk about things that we did not hear her side. Jason Lee, you must ask Cardi B when she went on the stand and she cried when Tasha K was harassing her, and how did that make her feel? If you're not going to ask them questions, it's not going to work. You got to ask her the questions. Now, also, I'm just saying you gotta ask them questions, because don't just have her do a show and you're not willing to ask her the tough questions. I'm just saying, don't just do a show and then you're not going to ask her those questions. And I don't want to hear, oh, that's not good. I also want to read that this came directly from Jason Lee's page. It said this: when I asked who you wanted on the show first, I heard you. Big Barty pulled up to the Jason Lee show yesterday. No questions was off limits. Now you can see what our FaceTimes are like. Meant the world to me, us, Cardi. Thanks for stopping by the studio. Make sure you follow our journey at Revolt TV. It's going to be on Revolt. So a Revolt is just based on celebrity gossip, celebrity stuff. So I think that's a good look for him. I don't think this is going to be on ABC. I never thought it was going to be on BET, but Revolt, I can see this show actually being on Revolt. We're going to see how this is going to be played out. And we're going to see how this is going to go. Again, this is a bad look for Armon Wiggins, because when I say this is a bad look for Armon Wiggins, people are going to question him. And I'm saying it out loud because I know what the people are going to say. And most of y'all can't say it because you're going to get blocked. But I can say it because I don't care about getting blocked, because I'm already blocked. I'm going to have my opinion. People are going to say, wow, this is a slap in the face. And this is why Armon called me and did not want me to do reviews on Jason Lee's show. Okay, so that's what it is. All right, and so when the people send it to me, let me see if I can drop the link in here. If y'all want to call in, I'll drop the link in here If y'all want to call in, I'll drop the link in here if y'all want to call in really quickly. And then I'm also will drop the link and then I'll put the phone line up. Okay. Someone said Armon and Cardi aren't friends. Stop. Don't give me that Armon and Cardi not friends. Jason Lee and Cardi are not friends like that. Come on now. Get up out of here with that. Y'all ain't gonna try to tell me that ain't unfair. See, that's the problem with y'all. Y'all excuse this. That's unfair. That's not right. She went on a bilingual man page whose mother is white. He's bilingual, and biracial, and not going on a black man page. Like that's come on now. Armon Wiggins definitely put in the work. Don't get in all that type of stuff and try to defend it. It's mistreatment. Come on. You put in that work. Of course he want the Cardi B interview. Of course. I think you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trolling. I'm being real. Now, what do y'all think if I'm trolling? Call in 972-674-90. Oh wow, we've been on here for 36 minutes. 972-674. I want to see if you say I'm trolling. Let me see what y'all got to say regarding this. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Wiley Show. All right. Okay. Yeah. So when you call in, don't hang up and I'll bring you on. Cardi B is two-faced. That's wrong. It is a slap in his face. Armon is very entertaining, but he's very arrogant. That is what somebody said. I do believe he wanted the interview. Of course he did. If he won't Nicki Minaj interview, of course he want a Cardi B interview. Let's not play games here, people. Don't play games here. Like don't play games here. Okay, let me answer. Because some of y'all calling in private and it ain't working. So I gotta call y'all back. Hold on one second. We got somebody backstage. Do not hang up, Star. Good afternoon, Ebony. Hold on, let me put you on speaker. Go ahead. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Happy New Year. How
Happy
are
New
you?
Year. Doing good.
Good. I just want to call. I just put it in the chat. I wasn't sure if you saw it. Wiley, don't be giving Jason the topics to interview Cardi with because we need
He
Cardi
already
on the
interviewed
Wiley
him.
Show.
It's already done. Like the interview have already
Okay.
been taped. So, they have taped this interview yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they have already taped. What I'm saying is in this interview, what people are expecting is those tough questions. And then he said today, he said, okay, no questions was off limits. He said no questions off limits. So he probably did ask her because that's the only reason how Jason Lee's show is going to do good in the ratings. He must ask Cardi B those tough questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Now I want to ask you, Ebony, you a person of intelligence. Do you think Armon Wiggins feels some type of way? And give your honest opinion with the backdrop of them beefing. Do you think he feels some type of way about this?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, why would he not? And I think rightfully so. He should, but it is definitely a power move for Jason to be like, Armon, I got you still. I'm still higher than you. I'm still better than you. For sure. It's definitely to spite him.
Yeah, because I'm like, I know. Do y'all see this? Because I see it.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna watch it. And I haven't watched. I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is the power of Jason Lee's brand. I haven't watched a Revolt TV on cable. I haven't watched it in years. But I definitely are going to watch that episode that he's going to interview with Cardi. Just like I haven't paid attention to Carisha Please, and I majority listen to her podcast, but I'm interested because Cardi never gave her response in an interview. Tasha K did multiple interviews, but you never heard Cardi response on anything. Mm-hmm. And you definitely got to bring up Tasha because that was one of the most hottest story for concerning Cardi B career. It was some controversy concerning Cardi and Tasha.
Oh yeah, for sure. But no, I was just saying that because I'm like, Jason will get on here, watch the show, take all of your questions and your
Yes.
points, and he would not credit the Wiley Show. That's what like,
Okay.
don't be giving him
But he have
no
I want to say he have already taped the interview with Cardi, which is smart because you don't want to be telling people I got Cardi and they're trying to take it. So he have already taped it and then he released it to the public.
True. Okay, well that makes sense. So then we'll come back and we're gonna see if he hit what Wiley should have said, because for sure those are things that we need to talk about, and it's going to be a good conversation because Armon's probably going to respond again. It's going to be some good drama. It's going to be some good tea.
Yes, thank you so very much.
What channel did you say that it's going to be on Revolt? That's on cable.
That's on cable, but it probably would be on because Revolt posts a lot of their content on YouTube, so that probably could be. But once I get the information, y'all know I'm gonna tell everybody. So,
we got. And we don't know when it's airing yet.
I don't know when it's airing, no ma'am. But once I get the information, I'm definitely gonna bring it to y'all first.
Yep, and I'm gonna call back in. Probably it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Okay.
Because I didn't know. Once again, learn from the Wiley Show.
Yes. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Good day. Okay. All right, so we got a lot of people backstage. All right, let's go. Let's get to it. I'm gonna go. We got some callers. So I'm gonna get to the phone lines after this. Okay, this is the order: Queen B. Then I'm gonna go to Kelly. Then I'm gonna go to Kevin. Then I'm gonna go to Wow. Then Queen Barbara. So I need y'all. This is as the order as it came. So get the point, and we'll bring it. So don't hang up, so I can get to you. Okay, Queen B.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, I think Armon overplayed his hand, and I think that Cardi is dumb, but she's smart at the same time. And the only reason why she gives him any time of day is because he unfollowed Nikki, and she sees how he talks about Nikki. So that's the only reason why she even gives Armon the time of day, is to spite Nikki. And he's a flip-flopper, and she knows that. And so her and Jason doesn't flip-flop. He hates Nikki. He stays that way. What you see is what you get. She doesn't know about Armon. So, and her and Armon are not really cool like that, but she just invites him to parties just to spite Nikki. That's all. And then she's just using him, and he's sitting up there just going all hard for her and making himself look stupid. And now he's gonna probably turn on Cardi. And where's is that gonna leave him now? I guess him and Milagro is gonna run off into the sunset. But Armon just overplayed his hand. That's all. And he's just really foolish for how he should just be neutral and do his content like you do. Don't try to be these celebrity friends.
And I think that one of the major mistakes for Armon Wiggins that he made is when he interviewed Milagro Grams. And I think that was like, Cardi was like, I'm going to Jason because I can't trust you because you interviewed the ops on your show.
Yes, and Armon has an agenda.
And Milagro have been trashing Cardi B. Trashed her family, trashed her kids, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't think she didn't see that and hear that, and then Jason Lee saw an opportunity and said, I would like to interview you.
Well, thank you so much, Wally.
Thank you. All right, so we got Miss Kelly. Hold on one second. We got Miss Kelly. We got to bring Miss Kelly. Kelly, good afternoon.
Hey, girl. How you doing, Wiley?
Doing good.
I'm gonna make it short. It's over with. He's gonna take Cardi B down through there. It's over with, Cardi B. He gonna take her down through there. You hear me? He gonna drag Cardi B. He's gonna drag her. How he got mad with T.S. Madison, Tasha K, and Nicki Minaj. She is on the hit list. She is gonna be on Armon hit list. You watch it. But it's business though. Armon, he has no momentum like Jason Lee. He just don't. Jason Lee, he is the man, in certain rights. Yeah. So,
Absolutely. Thank you, Kelly, for giving your point. Right. I see you calling back in twice in a week. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah. I'm back on the road tonight though.
Okay. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Bye. And when he sat down with Milagro Grams, I knew then that's not a good move. That's not a good move because he kept bringing up Nicki Minaj. Oh, y'all think that what was the word that Milagro used for Nicki Minaj? If y'all know the word she used, yeah, of course I want the Nicki Minaj. He ain't say nothing hardly about Cardi B, and he interviewed Milagro, and Cardi B was like, I can't deal with you because you can't be trusted. All right. And she went over there to Jason Lee. All right. And so I'm putting it out there. Did y'all see that? And you interview with, and I knew, I said, that's going to be a problem right there. He interviewed her ops, and Milagro trash Cardi. And Armon, he wanted clicks and views, and he took pictures with Milagro. That is a slap in the face to Cardi B. All right, here we go. Good afternoon, Kevin.
Good afternoon, Wiley. I think that y'all are reading too much into it. I just think that even though Armon may have more views than Jason, Jason is still the bigger brand. So I think that of course Cardi's going to choose the bigger brand. And plus, Revolt is Diddy's network, so of course Cardi's going to go to that before she goes to Armon. But I don't even think Armon was even considered for Cardi. Like Cardi's not going to YouTube after the Tasha K debacle. Cardi's not giving anybody clout on YouTube. I don't care who it is. You see, she hasn't done Love DT yet. So if she hasn't done Love DT, she definitely not doing Armon. I just think that Armon definitely sometimes, Wiley, as much as it pains you, as much as it kills you, sometimes you have to play the game. Sometimes you have to just sit back and take it. And I think I think Armon turned on Jason a little too early. Armon should have kept his mouth shut just a little bit, waited a little bit longer. He turned on Jason just a little too early. I'm not saying that don't stand up for yourself, but sometimes you just gotta play the game to get to where you want to be.
And I also think that it's unfair treatment that I tell these bloggers, y'all defending these celebrities, and when it's time for these exclusives, they don't come to you.
They don't.
And many people say, Wiley, you are a hater. I said they're treating y'all like sharecropper bloggers, because when exclusive happen, they go to mainstream media and don't come to y'all, because Diddy never defended Cardi B with that Tasha K lawsuit. Never, none of his hosts, nobody ever did it. But those people, Armon, Lovely T, they defended Cardi B constantly over and over. And now is the time to really help them in their business, in their bottom line. She surpassed them and went to a colorist, Jason Lee.
And you can say the same thing about Milagro and Tory. Milagro out here defending him. He never went on her platform.
Never. He walked past her.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these bloggers, they gotta worry about what's best for them. Stop trying to if they say they're journalists, be a real journalist and be unbiased. Like, stop trying to be, a behind kisser. And these people don't care about, they just using you to put the narrative out there. And once the narrative's out there and they're good, they're gonna throw you away. Cardi really has no use for it. What use does Cardi have for Armon? What is Armon doing for Cardi? Now, Cardi's doing a lot for Armon, because any video Armon does with Cardi name on it, it's hits and he's get paid from it. But what is Armon doing for Cardi? How is Cardi benefiting from Armon? She's going to benefit from Jason. She's going to benefit from Diddy's platform. She's going to benefit for that, but she doesn't benefit from Armon. Tory does not benefit from Milagro. I'll take that back, because yeah, they did. They were successful at getting a lot of hoteps and a lot of delusional Black women to get on his side. But at the end of the day, a lot of these celebrities, they just use these YouTubers to to get their narrative out there, and they don't care about them. And my thing is, with like Armon, what in your right mind can you sit there? What in your right mind convince you to sit down with Milagro and you think that Cardi B is gonna be cool with that? That's just the stupidest thing ever. And my thing is, Armon shades Cardi every chance he gets. Anyway, Do you remember when Armon called Cardi ugly, and this was after
I remember.
Nikki unfollowed him, and when him and Cardi got cool, you remember Armon called Cardi ugly?
I
Like
remember.
Armon is just two-faced. He can't be trusted. He's a snake. So I don't blame Cardi, and I'm glad she dissed him, not paying him any attention. And he played his hand, and now Jason. See, the thing about it is, Armon, what makes you think that you have one up on Jason? Like, as much as I can't stand Jason, as much as he's annoying, as much as he's a colorist, Jason is still in that industry. He still has relationships in that industry. What makes you think you can go against him and it's going to be fine?
That's a very good point. Wow. Thank you, Kevin, for breaking it down and giving your point of view. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Kevin. Wow, we got the phone lines is blowing up, but we're taking the StreamYard first. Wow, wow, wow. And then after wow, 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 we coming to you, Queen Barbara. And then after Queen Barbara is gonna be Miss Faith. And then after Faith, we're gonna go to D1. All right. Because we going as order as y'all come in the line. Wow, wow, wow. You live on the air. Good afternoon. You got me on mute. You got to unmute your mic.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
Yes, today my name is Wow, Wow, Wow. I want to agree with Kevin. I do believe that these bloggers treat I believe that the celebrities treat bloggers like a pawn, just like he said. I feel like, of course, they use you all when it's beneficial to them, but when you all need something, they're really nowhere in sight. They believe that their celebrity status is all that it takes in order to kind of just pacify these bloggers, and so they can get what they want. And that's good and bad, and I want to caveat off what Kevin said in regards to what do celebrities have to gain from using you bloggers. I think they have a lot to gain. Like, of course, they need that notoriety. They need that biased opinion to weigh in on, different topics when it comes to, them being involved. But I also feel like they have nothing to gain. I feel like Cardi B is a multimillionaire. She has nothing going on Jason Lee. This was a straight up chess move. And I agree with Cardi. Armon, you were dead wrong for going on that Troglodytes talk show, knowing that she made a career, a freelance career, an underpaid career, out of bashing Cardi B for years on her YouTube channel. She dogged Cardi. She dogged her family. That lady dragged Cardi B through the mud in the most disgusting way that I've ever seen from a commentator's point of view. So I think this was just a straight up chess move. She don't need no money from nobody. I think she has enough of that. I think this was just a statement and a point that she wanted to prove. And I think it was proven. Do I think Armon should be mad? He should understand. He should definitely understand where she's coming from. You went and smiled in Milagro's face, just like you said, Wiley.
Yeah, and he smiled
all in court. He wanted to overshadow Millie when she was out there doing her thing. He pops up out the blue, wanted to take her shine and kiki and ha with her and become a court commentator all of a sudden. And now you're paying for it. You're paying for it, Armon, and it sucks for you. I think
and you're right. He took a picture. He befriended her, and they had him on the show, and they brought up the whole thing with Nicki Minaj. Cardi don't like that, and her fans are sending her that, and she's watching. Cardi B watched the blog. Hell, all celebrities really they're watching blogs, right? They're rich. They're on YouTube and they have seen it. And I knew I was like, ooh, this thing
that
was just long run.
Wrong, like you said, Wiley. I mean, him sitting down acting like there's really nothing to gain from Millie. We already know she's a Barb, a Garb, a Nicki rider. Nicki can do no wrong. She's a pedo apologist. She defended Kalon Walker. She defended Kenny Petty. She defended Tory. Like, she's a very Armon, really, you gain nothing from that interview. You gain views, but you've been getting views. You didn't need her on your channel. So at the end of the day, you really lost this chess game, so to speak. Like I said, there was nothing to gain from even interviewing Millie. There's nothing new to learn. I mean, anything we did learn was that she's a catfish. She loves filters. She doesn't look like the filters that she wears 24/7 on social media. I think that's all I learned from it. But other than that, what did Armon gain from even interviewing Millie? I mean, the biggest mammy of all. You know, you did all this just for Cardi to now go interview, you know, Jason Lee, and now they're clicked up. Now you about to be mad again. Like, you got to make smarter moves, Armon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you so very much for calling in. Thank you. All right, Queen Barbara, you live. You got you on mute, Queen.
This is what I got to say for Armon. He needs to save himself and not go against Cardi B because she will destroy his music career. He's doing good right now. He needs to totally ignore that interview and not feed into this. Because if he does, she's going to destroy him. She's real petty. And when are black people going to learn? The only time immigrants want you is when they want to use you. That's it. Only thing these Spanish women want with our men, I don't mean to say all Spanish women because I'm coming off wrong, because I am a hater against Cardi B. I'm sorry to say that, because I feel like she's destroying the young generation with her music. But the only time these women want, only thing they want out of black is our men. That's it. And their babies. That's it. And their money. That's it. Other than that, she's not gonna, you know, they don't really try to reach out and help us. They're gonna stick together. They are going to stick together. She was going to give Jason Lee that interview regardless, just because of the color of his skin. Okay, and that's serious. They stick together, and he was just used. But what I would do is totally ignore that, act like I don't know what's going on, say good things about her, because she will destroy him in his music career. And right now, he has some good music, so he don't need to start his year off losing. You know, Jason Lee is not no angel. You know. And Wiggins, he got to stop being so conceited. He's a little too conceited and he's feeling himself. So he better kiss the ring, because if he don't, he's going to be finished. That's what I got to say.
Thank you so very much, Queen Barbara. Love your look.
Thank you. Just for you, Wally. Yes. I'm applying for the job, Wally.
Thank you so very much, Queen. Okay. Bye-bye. Wow, Queen, she coming for y'all. She coming for y'all, ladies. She have been hitting the link over and over. Miss Faye?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I don't usually ever call in. I think I've called in one other time, but I had to call in today because I watch you and Armon both. And to be honest, I found out about you through Armon. So I just had to speak on this. I do feel like Cardi is wrong. And the reason why I feel like that is because Armon is constantly making her relevant. Because honestly, if it wasn't for Armon speaking about her, then no one would even have, mess with Cardi like that no more. She ain't putting out a lot of music. You know what I'm saying? No one even thinks about her like that. But Armon is constantly talking about her. I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to talk about the Milagro thing. How do you know he didn't ask Cardi, hey, would you mind if I sat down with her? No, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't ask Cardi to be.
He could have asked her. They talk all the time.
Even if he did ask her, for her image to her fans, it makes her look weak. So Cardi,
he took up for Cardi a lot though during that interview,
because just having the ops there, automatically, I don't like this. I don't know.
But he wasn't going though. He wasn't letting her disrespect Cardi.
And Jason Lee swooped in and got that interview.
She's wrong. I feel like Cardi's wrong. She should have went on Armon's channel.
And people was like, whoa, I don't think he had no phone call with her and say, hey, I'm going to interview Milagro. I don't think that ever came up.
He could have messaged her. We don't know though.
I think that he came and he was so obsessed to team up with Milagro Grams because he seen the Milagro Gram were getting in the courts, because he said, I'm not going to the courtroom. He changed his mind. He interviewed Milagro Grams, and Jason Lee snooped in and snatched that interview.
I mean, Jason Lee definitely, he did his thing on that part just because he knew that was going to get Armon. Like, Cardi did an interview with him first. So if I was Armon, I'd be mad because I'm doing nothing but taking up for Cardi B all day, 24/7. I'm always talking about Cardi and Cardi this, Cardi that, Cardi. And she don't even come on my show. But then Jason, he talks about her every once in a while, but he don't do nothing like how Armon does. And he gets the interview first. And as far as like benefiting, I feel like at the end of the day, it's doing something for a friend. even if Cardi wouldn't have got nothing from him, which I think she gets a lot from him because he talks about her all the time. Even if that was the case, do something for somebody who's always taking up for you, always riding for you, always got your back on everything. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Cardi should have went on Armon's channel. And if she hasn't went on there, obviously she hasn't yet, but I think she should now for sure. You know what I'm saying? But do you think since she went and did an interview with Jason and this whole Milagro thing happened, do you think that her and Armon are not on the best terms?
I don't think they're on the best terms because, again, the fans are watching. The fans have been pressuring Cardi and saying he's not to be trusted. He got Milagro. He's not to be trusted. I'm in the streets. I'm on Twitter heavy. And they're now laughing at Armon. Nah, you ain't get the interview. You did all this bullying. And then you got the Nicki Minaj fans say you wanted Nicki to do your show and it's about the loyalty. What word did they use in that interview about Nicki? I can't think of the word, child. I think he said she's not obligated. It was some word he used. And if y'all know that word that Milagro used him about the whole Nicki Minaj thing, and you said that Nicki ain't on your show and Nicki didn't do your show, but Cardi B got Jace on the show. Will you respond? Because when Nicki Minaj had entitled, yes, that was the word, entitled. He said, yeah, I'm entitled because she had T.S. Madison and Tasha K on there. Are you going to have that same energy, Armon, for for Cardi B for having Jason to doing an interview with Jason because you feel entitled because you have those relationships and you got all this equipment and you've been defending her? Are you going to give Cardi B that smoke that you gave Nicki Minaj that smoke for interviewing Kyle and bringing Kyle from Neighborhood Talk on the podcast and bringing T.S. Madison on the podcast and Tasha K? You gave Nicki Minaj smoke. So will you give Cardi B that smoke? I'm just saying.
He's not going to say anything to Cardi B, and he's not going to say anything about this situation. I would be surprised if Armon speaks on this situation at all. He might. I feel like if anything, he'll speak on it in Station Head, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's going to go on his channel and speak on it at all. Because I wouldn't. You know, what are you going to say? What is Armon going to say? Because he'll look salty either way it goes. And honestly, if I was Armon, I would be salty because I would be upset.
Thank you so very much, Faye. And you said you watch me and Armon. Thank you for being watching us both.
All right.
Thank you so very much. Okay, the phone lines is heated up. All right, we're gonna go to D1, then Auntie Chris, and then we're gonna go back to Wow, and then I think I will be able to go in the phone lines. All right, D1.
Hey, Wiley, real quick. Everything that everyone said is dead on point. But with celebrities, what I don't understand is why they feel as though you have to pick a side. And when I say pick a side, I'm talking about people like yourself, like bloggers. I consider you all as YouTube journalists. I would rather say that. Why they expect you all to pick a side when you're trying to climb to the top is beyond me. You don't know them personally. They don't do anything for you. Yeah, if you interview one of them, a big celebrity, it will bring you more views and more revenue, and more revenue to go with it. But you don't owe them anything. Cardi has never done anything for Armon. She never did anything for Armon. He's been trying to get her on his show forever and ever and ever. And she never came. She doesn't even entertain the Black side of YouTubers, bloggers, whatever. She doesn't entertain them because I guess I don't know, maybe she feels as though it won't get her anywhere or to make her look bad. But in all honesty, we're the ones that are putting these rappers where they are today. We are the reason why they are where they are today. So Armon didn't owe her anything. And as much as we may, I'm not going to say we, because I like both of you. I like you and Armon. As much as people may not like him, but you can't say that he's not a good YouTube journalist. You can't say that he doesn't know his job. He has built it from the bottom to where it is now. Just remember where you and Armon were some years ago with a mic. That's all you had was a mic and a cell phone. And look at where both of you are today. I'm not going to say that he should be, so arrogant like, yeah, look at me, look at me. But you have to admit that he came from the bottom and look at where he is now. Look at his equipment. Look at what he does. He's no less, or he's, or than Tasha K. Because Tasha K has good equipment. You have good equipment. I mean, I think that he's doing a damn thing, but what she did, how she did that is dead wrong. She's wrong.
I agree. And that's why we said, hey, we're just having a conversation. I don't have a bone in this fight. I said I'm going to bring the news to y'all. Some of y'all didn't hear the news until I brought it up, and I said we definitely got to talk about it.
I didn't. And lastly, before I go, I have to commend you on this. You don't take sides. You stay neutral. You will roast them and turn around and interview the same person. You don't take sides. You're like, if you're wrong, you're wrong. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Wiley, you are just climbing. That's why we love you, Wiley.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Auntie Chris.
Hey, Hey, Wiley. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm on my lunch break, so
okay.
I had to call in because I always like when you come on around lunchtime because it kind of helps make my day go by. But I agree with all your callers, and I want to say Cardi B, she knows she is so wrong for this because it only proves what Nicki Minaj had always said about her. It's like she's very vindictive, right? She holds grudges. She only cares about her own interests. And I believe she doesn't want to go on Armon is because he's not at that level of a Jason Lee right now. And so she picked Jason Lee because he has a platform and he knows all the celebrities. But she's going to miss out on Armon, hyping her up when her album drops because he also holds grudges too. He's not going to let this go down. He's not going to forget what Cardi B did, and he doesn't like to be embarrassed because the Nicki Minaj fans are going to drag him to the fifth. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Wiley. I'm here for it.
Thank you. And you're right. Those Nicki Minaj fans was going because he kept coming at Nicki in that interview with Milagro that he felt entitled to get that interview with Nicki Minaj.
Right.
And he didn't get that Nicki Minaj collab or interview. And now Cardi, the person that you have been milling for a while, gave the first exclusive with your ops.
Yes. And you know what? To be fair, when Nicki Minaj retweeted Armon's, was it his song or whatever she retweeted? He got more views off of that tweet than when Cardi B tweeted him. He got lesser, views on that. So that just goes to show you that Nicki Minaj really pushed Armon out there. And it wasn't Cardi B. Like he want to always give praises to Cardi B for putting him out there, for getting him forward. No, it was that Nicki Minaj tweet that put you out there. Cardi B, it was less impact. So Cardi B, go sit yourself down. Go sit yourself down and go create an album somewhere. Because you know what? You ain't going to go to number one. You definitely ain't going to go to number one. You may go number 3. I doubt if she goes to number 1. If she goes to number 1, we know it's some bots out here that's pushing her forward. And that payola. Okay, Wiley.
Yes.
I have put in your, remember you were online yesterday with Kiki?
Yes.
And did you see my comment when I said she ate you up?
Yes, she did. Wait a
minute, I was here for it. I said, woo, Wiley get ate up, but you was hanging with her, okay? You was hanging with her. But her mouth is slick.
Yes.
Yes, her mouth is very slick, but you hung with her though. But I was
Yes.
kind of agreeing with her a little bit more.
Yes.
But
Okay.
I still like you, Wiley.
Love you. Like you too, Auntie
All
Chris.
right.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
Auntie. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. You just never know who's going to call in. But that was a good episode of that I did yesterday. Okay, we're going to go to Wow, Wow, Wow. And then we're going to go to the phone lines. Wow, wow, wow. You're back on.
Hey Wiley, I'm back. I want to say two things real quick before I want to say I really appreciate your channel. It's like I feel like your channel is going to be the one that propels all these other channels because like one of the other callers said, you're so neutral, but you do it in a professional way, but you do it in a shady way at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, there's nothing else to say. I think you're going to be the one that throws it out the park. While everybody's over here bickering over Cardi versus Nicki, it has damaged the image of their channel. Maybe some celebrities just are tired of it and just want to move past that whole Nicki, Cardi, Barb, Stan war. I think you're good at covering multiple topics. I think you're well-versed in a lot of different topics. I like the fact that, you know, all that good stuff.
Yes.
Now, I want to say, because I agree with what a caller said about Armon being kind of, he is vindictive. He does hold grudges. I think that what if Armon has been trying to interview Cardi and she just said no. So he said, okay, well, let me go interview your enemy. Like, what if Armon started this? Like, we just don't know. So I don't want to jump to conclusions. I really feel like Armon is the vindictive to the point where I think he started it by interviewing Milagro to spite Cardi since she still hasn't came on his show yet. And I think it's some type of ping pong match going on behind the scenes. And I think Armon has been feeling some type of way ever since Deposit Your Check came out. I just feel like he hasn't really been riding for Cardi as hard. It seems like when he drops music, he gets kind of quiet because Cardi gets real quiet. I don't know. I just want to know what it is to that. But I came back to really just give you your flowers. I say keep doing what you're doing in regards to your neutral stance on things. I think that's how you're getting these interviews and getting these conversations with these exclusives. I think you're on your way. And, you know, I really appreciate that. I think all them books you read paid off. All them books you ripped up and threw around the library. I think that stuff paid off. I think, you know, you might be the underdog in all this. And I really love you. I really appreciate your channel. But yeah,
thank you.
I just want to say, yeah, what if Armon started it?
That's a good point. Thank you so very much for the love and for the support. We got a couple of phone. Wow. Okay, we're gonna go in order as they came in. I'm gonna call you back if you don't answer. I understand. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna go find the number. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. We are live. All right. I'm going at 6643. They said Wiley throw up books at our Bob burning books. All right, we calling you 6643. And then you got to answer. And then after that, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna see if they answer. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next caller. All right, I'm gonna go to 6908. I'm going to 6908. You got to be by the phone because I'm calling you. I'm going to go to 6908. All right, we are live. Share this live. Thumbs up the live. Because we are live. All right, 6908. I'm going to go to 2074. I'm going to go to 2074. We are live. Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Calling back. That is great because I called and I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
Wiley, I really believe that this is the beginning of the end for the relationship with Cardi B and Armon. And last week I was listening to Armon on Station Head, and I guess somebody asked him if he would like to interview Cardi B. And he said, yes, that would be great. And then I guess he thought of, the thought came to his mind and he said, but I bet she won't ever come on my show because the fans will drag her because sometimes I talk good about Nicki Minaj. So he kind of made an excuse. So he knows that Cardi B will not ever come on his show. He said it last week, even after the Milagros interview. You said that he hugged me. He took pictures with Milagros, but in that interview, he actually hugged Milagros. He was a total fan of Milagros on that interview. And I guess that made Cardi B upset. But Cardi B needs therapy. I mean, you cannot control the bloggers. Armon maybe wants to be free from her clutch, because she's not doing anything for him. She only shared his video, the song, Deposit Your Check, after the same week after Nicki Minaj reposted Armon's video complimenting her. That's the only reason Cardi B shared his video, Deposit Your Check. She wasn't interested, and that was months after it came out. So Armon knows. He even makes the comment and he says, well, we're not friends. When I go to the parties, I am not in VIP. I'm just down with the other folks. So I think Armon maybe is tired of keeping for her, knowing that she really doesn't fully support him. And I really believe that she is going on Jason Lee's show just to spite Armon, because she's upset that Armon did the interview with Mob Radio, which is pathetic. This is a multimillionaire. She needs a class from Beyonce. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so very much for calling in. All right. Hello, yes. Welcome to the Wiley Show. Okay, hold on. Let me hear. Hello, yes. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley. I wanted to start by saying that I love your show. I enjoy watching you. I watch you almost every day. I also want to say that I am a full-blown member of Barty Gang, and I'm not going to let y'all sit up here and do Cardi like that. Armon doing his show with Milagro, I don't feel like that was a bad move. I feel like Milagro talked about the way Milagro presented herself in the interview. I feel like she exposed herself. She said a lot of things without saying it. I'm glad that Armon got that on file. He also made good money, off that video. He got over 100,000 views. It's business. Cardi is a businesswoman at the end of the day. Do not forget that she's getting ready to roll out an album. Jason Lee has a bigger platform than Armon. Cardi's not going to go to the Shade Room and give them an interview because she doesn't get along with them. We all know that. She's not going to go to the neighborhood talk. So why not go to Jason Lee? She's not just doing a random interview. She's getting ready to roll out her album. She has to do interviews to roll out her album. And it's just business. And I hope that Armon is reasonable enough to know that it's just business. And that's all I wanted to say.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Yes. We got another person in here. Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Yes, Wiley. What I was trying to say is that you and all the other people, the media, y'all should be able to interview anybody you want to. Because to me, that reminds me of elementary school when people say, oh, I'm not going to go to Wiley because he interviewed Tasha K, for instance. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to interview anybody you want to. If they don't like each other, that's not your problem. Armon, I don't really watch him, but he should be able to interview Cardi B, even though he interviewed somebody she don't like. Media works like you do it. You be fair to everybody. It's not, oh, I don't like you. It's a job. They famous people. You interviewing them. You're not involved in. You don't like, or she don't like somebody and stuff like that, or the Bobs or whoever they are. But y'all give Cardi B a lot of support. When I say y'all, I'm talking about us black people. We give her a lot of support. So I think she should go to Armon to also. I think she should go to you too, if you want her, then interview her. I don't think it should be like the elementary school. Oh, don't talk to her. I don't like her or whatever. You know, it's a media. Y'all making them famous, more famous. Y'all keeping their names. Some people didn't even know Cardi B. Some people didn't even know her, even though she was famous. But they know her because of y'all. And then when y'all name other people that people didn't know, y'all keeping their name alive, keeping them in the media. So that's my. I hope she interviewed with Armon. Just because Jason Lee got it first, that don't matter.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Because it's just interview. Yeah, the media. There's no, I don't like you and you don't like me. There's none of that.
Thank you so very much, ma'am, for calling in.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. Hello. You live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, how you doing, Wiley?
Doing good.
Oh, okay. I just want to say, everybody that called in before, all them sound so stupid. Like, very stupid. But when Jason Lee and Cardi B being friends way before Armon. Armon even said on his show a long time ago that he knows that Jason Lee would be owed an interview before him. Him and Cardi are real friends. So therefore, Armon is not mad. I was just on his station here. Armon is not upset about that. He wasn't even thinking about that. And him and Cardi is still friends. Cardi B didn't care about no Milagro-Graham interview.
You there? Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. He hung up. He hung up. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. That's what they have to say about that. He do. Okay. I'm going to go to 2. Give me a second. I'm going to go to 2130. All right. He had hung up. All right. Thank y'all so very much. We are live, you guys. Okay. And he had all in. No, I didn't hang up on him. He hung up. I didn't hang up on him. He can call back in. I didn't hang up on him. He hung up. Okay. We are live. And I'm reading the comments. Are they going in on Armon Wiggins on his Twitter feed? All right, I'm calling you back through 130. Okay. All right. I'm going to go to the next one. Let me go to 9569. Okay. And if you don't answer, you just have to call back in, okay? (9569). You got to pick up your phone, you guys. We are live. And then after 9569, I'm going to go to the last 4, 80834. All right. Okay. We're going to go to the next one. I'm going to go to 0834. Okay. All right. I'm going to get the people in here. Like I said, we're doing it this way because some of y'all don't want to hit the link. So make sure y'all drop the link so they can definitely hit the link. Anybody that want to hit the link that did not get a chance to, give me a second. We're going to 0834. And okay. Okay. Then I'm going to go to, all right. So I'm calling y'all not answering. So I'm going to go to, okay. Somebody just called from this. I'm going to call that number back. I'm going to 5. Wiley. All right. Somebody called me on a Google number. All right. Make sure y'all share, Oh, his ego is bruised. Of course it is. Of course. Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
OMG, thank you. And you breaking news because I didn't know anything about this. But wow, I'm laughing. I'm giggling. This is hilarious to me. I mean, I want to throw it in Armon's face because he thinks he's the it factor. He thinks he's above all. And look, Jason Lee had one up on you. And it's Cardi B. It's funny to me. It's really funny to me because when you burned his book, you said you didn't want to give out all the details yet because you don't know what Jason Lee has up his sleeve. But now you find out he has something up his sleeve and it's Cardi B. He's throwing it in your face, girl. He shaded you. So what other stuff you have on Jason Lee? We the people want to know. Make it hot. Everyone is looking at you now, Armon. What's the tea? And trust and believe, Milagro knew something like this was going to happen. That's why she sat down with you. Because she knows, she studied Cardi B. She studied Cardi B, and she knew this will, trust me, when I tell you, pay attention to these people, man. They're all wicked.
And she was the one that posted about it on her page. And someone said to me off of her page, and I'm like, wow.
This is a funny game, man, but I love it. I love the match. And don't forget, Jason Lee is a Beagle girl. Jason Lee is on Beagle. Jason Lee is shady. Jason Lee, he has more. He knows how to get to Armon. Now, Armon, you have to one-up him. We the people want everything about Jason Lee. And trust me, why is Armon always falling out with these women? Cardi B shaded you. T.S. Madison shaded you. Tasha K shaded you. Kaya shaded you. Like, what's going on? It must be you. Like you said in the interview with Milagro Graham, it must be you.
There you go. Thank you so very much, Icon from New York, for answering for calling in. Thank you. Okay. We are definitely live, you guys. Hold on, I'm gonna get okay. I'm gonna just answer. All right, so make sure y'all not the same people that's calling in. I want to make sure we get new people in here. Okay, let me get 3465. All right. 3465. We are live. Oh, wait a minute. Did it freeze? Hold on, let me do it again. There we go. Because sometimes this thing. Did you hang up? I'm trying to call you back. 3465.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Yes, I want to comment on tortilla, white bread, Cardi B, and gray color skin, Jason Lee. Those people are colorists. We don't give a fuck about them.
Oh, language. When you cuss, I got to get you off. All right. Let me go to all that cussing and all that, child. Y'all know the rules. All that language, and I'm just gonna hang up on you. Just quick as day. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show. Hi. All right, no bad words, y'all, because I don't want to hang up on you. You need to mute me in the back. Can you mute me in the back? Can you? Okay, I got to let you go because you got too much stuff playing in your background. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. We are live. Because all that cussing, child. Man. All right, let me call this number back. Y'all just be doing all that cussing and it's too early to be doing that cussing. Wait a minute. I'm trying to call this number back. All right, let me drop the link. All right. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in. I think I called everybody back. Thank y'all so very much. Yeah. Especially during the day when these folks are watching hard. Yeah. So thank y'all so very much. Just wake it up, cussing. Thank y'all for the love. His ego is bruised. He got the interview. Jason Lee definitely got the interview, and we're gonna see how this is gonna play out in the future. You live on the Wiley Show. Yes. Hello. Can you mute me in the back?
Okay. Let me just say this real quick because I'm about to get in the shower. Cardi B definitely showed how much of an opportunist she is, how much of a colorist she is. And as my girl, the greatest of all great, has said before, there's a whole lot of mumbling and cackling going on. And I don't think that Armon deserves this, but he had so much to say to Milagro and making her feel less than because she didn't get her Nicki Minaj moment versus he felt as though he got more of a moment with Cardi than she did with Nicki. So this was his karma in a sense. I don't think that he actually deserved it, but it's really heartbreaking to see this. And I want to just see his bounce back, you know? But that's pretty much all I have to say.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a wonderful one, okay?
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Okay. Oh, wow, the phone line's heating up. Okay. Okay. Yes. Hello. Yes. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Yes, I just want to say, Cardi has condos in these bees' heads. Wiley, you are I can't say that word, but you're a flip-flopper, and you are stirring the pot right now, but I get it. You're stirring the pot for those clicks and views. I really don't think Armon cares.
I don't think it's stirring the pot. He's interviewing Cardi. Let's just be real right here. Armon burned Jason Lee book. He's beefy with Jason Lee. Cardi B is associated with Armon Wiggins, and she never did a sit-down interview yet, and she gave the first exclusive to Jason. That's not stirring the pot. That's just me just saying 2 + 2 = 4, and y'all see what's going on. I can't stir something because he released a picture and she did an interview. So I'm not the only one that's saying this. A lot of Nicki Minaj fans are saying this as well, including a lot of Armon Wiggins fans are saying it. I'm the only YouTuber that have the courage to say it out loud publicly, but I'm not the only one.
Well, I mean, I get that. I'm pretty sure he would like to have interviewed her. But what I'm saying is, he also knows that there was a relationship between her and Jason Lee. You know, already it was already an established relationship. Like he's hung out with her. So to me, it would only make sense that she would grant Jason Lee an interview first. So I don't think there's any shade to Armon. I don't think he should feel a certain type of way because of it.
You don't think he's going to feel some type of way, or you don't think you think he's not going to? You don't think he's feeling some type of way about it?
Well, he may feel some type of way, but he shouldn't. The point is, he shouldn't because
he felt some type of way when Nicki interviewed T.S. Madison and Tasha K and brought it up in that interview. He felt some type of way. So. And he felt some type of way when Jason Lee did not do him right, when Jason Lee didn't tell him about them lights, when Jason Lee did not want to pay him to come on the show, when Jason Lee was talking to him different and he burned the man book. So you're talking about an emotional firecracker Armon Wiggins. You're not talking about anybody else. And he would have never burned a book unless he wasn't emotional. He felt that Jason Lee did him type of way, and he went and he burned the man book.
You're making it sound like Cardi is shading him for because she's choosing Jason to do an interview with. Cardi's not shading him, but that's him being mad at Jason. What would that have to do with Cardi? And why would he feel Cardi is shading him because of it when she has already had a relationship in place with Jason Lee?
All right, that's what you're saying.
It just makes that. I mean, because that's 2 + 2 = 4 as well. If I already had a relationship with this one person, of course I'm gonna go to that person.
And they definitely fell out. Him and Cardi fell out, and that was being discussed in the video. So wow, we're gonna see how this is gonna play out in the future. I'm not the only one that's talking about this. It's been stirring out on social media. Armon Wiggins is definitely, I've just got 3 texts that people are getting blocked because they're saying it on Twitter. So he's feeling the pressure that people are saying this. So
I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to say about it. Then I'm looking forward to see if he will address it. Then.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Okay, we got another person that called in. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hello.
Yes, can you mute me in the back because I want to be able to hear you clearly.
Yeah, I did already. Hi,
Hi.
Hi, I watch you and Armon. This is the thing I have to say in regards to this situation that I do know a lot about. First of all, Jason and Cardi have been friends since Love and Hip Hop. Him interviewing her is not a surprise to me at all. And on top of that, in case you didn't know, the reason why he's really interviewing Cardi, she got new music coming out. And by him just starting his show and Cardi being the number 1 person coming on there, yeah, it's probably going to be hot. And I don't even watch Jason. I watch you, I watch Armon, and a few others. But for this Cardi B interview, I will be watching him just to see, if he's going to, interview and have a good interview with her. But as far as people saying about Armon is probably going to feel away, I really don't think so, because what people fail to realize is Armon already had Cardi on his show. He was doing a show before, and Cardi came on there, and she spoke to Armon. I remember this.
That was Twitter Space.
So
I'm talking about the YouTube Space. She called into his Twitter Space, and when Armon was using that audio of that Twitter Space, I'm only talking to Armon. Cardi B called him and said, "Remove my vocals." So, which was definitely a slap in the face to Armon Wiggins. She called into a Twitter Space. We're talking about the YouTube Space. We're talking about where I do my show, not talking to me on Twitter Space. I'm saying where I do my show, which is YouTube, and to do a sit-down interview. She in California, Armon is in California, and she chose Jason over Armon Wiggins. Armon Wiggins going to feel some type of way, because you can't tell me that he just a changed man when he dragged Nicki Minaj, when Nicki interviewed Tasha K and T.S. Madison, when he said, "I've been defending you, Nicki. I've been singing you up, and you've been doing the same thing more than Jason and got more views than Jason."
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying in regards to that, Wiley. You're correct on a few points. All I'm telling you is that Cardi and Jason has already had a relationship way before Armon. So all I'm saying to you is it doesn't surprise me that Cardi is the first person to come on Jason's show for a sit down, and she got new music coming. All I'm saying is just not a surprise to me. Now, if Armon have a problem with this, I don't see why he would, but if he does have a problem with this, I think in the future he will interview Cardi. I really do think that. I think she will have a sit down with Armon as well. I don't think it's just going to be Jason. She might have a sit down with you, Wiley. You never know. But as far as talking about Cardi and making this about Cardi, I thought this was about Jason. And it seems like now it's turned into Armon and Cardi. And I just didn't, understand that part. Everybody coming on there saying she's a colorist. Jason is a colorist because his mom is white and all of this stuff. I just don't understand this logic that people is coming on here saying all of these things in regards to Jason having his show and coming out with his show on Revolt TV. I just don't understand that, because your title says something different, but everybody else is talking about Cardi and Armon, and I just didn't understand that part. I think that it's a good play for Jason. I think it's a good play, period, because like I said, Cardi got new music coming. So this is like a rollout for her. I don't think that she's doing this to spite Armon. I don't think this has anything to do with Armon. This has everything to do with Jason. And Jason and Cardi are friends. Whether people knows about this or not, they are literally friends. So this is not a surprise. But all of the digs at Cardi and all of this stuff, and I just don't get it, you know. And saying all these things about her, she's a colorist and all of this stuff. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was the Milagro interview. Yeah, I really didn't like the fact that Armon interviewed Milagro Grams. I didn't like that at all. But he did not get on there and bash Cardi. When he talked to Milagro, he did not bash Cardi. He tried to get Milagro to ask her, why do you always have bad things to say about Cardi? Why don't you have good things to say about her sometimes? Why you can't be biased? I mean, why do you be biased? And you only on Nicki Minaj's side. So he was asking Milagro all of these questions. This I know because I watched it. He did not bash Cardi B. I don't know where people was getting that from. But anyway, Wiley, thank you for taking my call, and you have a great day.
Thank you so very much. I'm getting emails, people saying that that Cardi B used Armon Wiggins. Wow. People are watching, they're leaving comments, and people are definitely saying that, okay. They're definitely saying that. Okay. I'm definitely getting the comments in here. They're saying, they said Cardi used Armon Wiggins, and this is so sad. These are the comments that we are receiving right now. Let me call back and we're done. We came up with a video. We may come back later on today because it's still extremely early. It's about 1:34 p.m. Hello. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
What's up? My phone had hung up the last time. I was trying to get into some things.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I was just saying, you know, I know what it is with you, and you know, you doing it for your channel. I get it. But no, Armon is not mad at no Cardi B for that. Her and Jason Lee. You know how long Jason Lee been waiting on an interview with Cardi? He kept hitting it. You remember Armon was selling out on him on that last video, and he was like, I see how you try to corner these celebrities and making them interview with you. I see how you do Cardi. I see how you do that. He's been trying to get Cardi B on the interview for years. So of course she's gonna go to Jason Lee, and it's his big opening of his new show. Of course, she's one of his top friends in the industry. She's gonna go to him first. So I don't think Armon is not mad or upset about it, and she darn sure ain't mad at no Milagro Grams interview, because I'm sure he said something to her about it a long time ago to make sure, you know. So nah, everybody in there commenting under this post just sounds so stupid. They just don't like Cardi. They using this time to stick it to her because they Nicki Minaj fans, but it's all good. Armon is not upset. Armon paid that dust.
That was it. I want to make sure you got your point across. All right. And people have their thought across. You're a team Armon Wiggins in all of this.
Oh yes, I'm very much so team Armon. So I was like, if ain't nobody gonna speak up for him, I'm gonna call in.
Yes.
I don't be bothering nobody.
How did you find out about the Wiley Show?
I've been knew about the Wiley Show.
This your first time calling in?
About the Wiley Show when you and Tasha K got into it, and she was trying to throw that camera up in your face, and I felt bad, like that's messed up. Then I realized, I said, "Oh, Wiley is a troll, so he don't really give a fuck." I'm sorry, my cousin.
All right, thank you.
No problem, Wiley.
All right, bye. Oh, he said a cuss word. We gotta let him go. All right. You know, yes, he feels some type of way. His ego is bruised right now. That is the ultimate disrespect. And, you know, Armon should respond. Now, other YouTubers are not going to touch this story because it's hot. You know, I touched this story because it's juicy. And Jason Lee invited me to his party, and now he got this interview with Cardi. I said, okay, I'm going to talk about it because it's hot. You know, and I will be reviewing Cardi B. I will also be reviewing Jason Lee show, all 5 episodes. All right, you're live on the Wiley Show. I need you to mute your TV. Can you mute your TV? I hear myself in the background. All right, you gotta mute your TV. That she did even let Levity T interview. Yes. You touch it because you woke up with him on your mind. I touched it because it came across my desk. It came across my desk. So once it came across my desk, I'm going to jump on this conversation. Of course, this is Christmas in January. It ran across my desk, and of course, I wasn't the first person to talk about it. Milagro Grams posted about it, and I said, of course, I'm going to eat off this because it's here. And the pot was stirred once it was released on the internet. And then I touched it on and posted it on YouTube. This is a hot topic. Okay? This is a hot topic, and people need to hear about this hot topic. And I said, I'm going to talk about it. He's going to interview Cardi, which he already taped it. And I said, we definitely going to talk about it. All right. They said Jess going to do so much, just did so much press. I'm definitely going to talk about it. It's going to be on Revolt TV. I told you I'm going to cover shows. And even Armon, he called me and said, don't cover Jason Lee's show. Of course, I'm going to cover his show. It's one of the hottest shows, and it's interviewing with Cardi. I'll be crazy not to cover. I covered T.S. Madison show before it got canceled. I cover her movie when people didn't watch it. I covered that movie. Of course, I'm going to cover it. It is what it is. And Hollywood is extremely fake. I had interviewed a guy that was giving his assessment of Jason Lee and Armon Wiggins, and he felt that a lot of celebrities is not going to deal with Armon Wiggins because of how he exposed Jason Lee is going to hurt him in the long run. And here we are, fast forward in January. Now Cardi B got this big exclusive. He's on there. He's interviewing with that. And when Armon called me, he feels some type of way. Why would you call me, a person that criticized you? And he called me while he was in Paris. And he called me and he said, I don't think you should cover Jason Lee's show. I don't think you should. And I'm like, why? Why can I not cover his show? Why can I not cover his show? Out of all people, why called me telling me not to talk about Jason Lee's show? I'm in the business of talking about hot topics. I could never call Armon and tell him not to talk about black women. I could never call Armon and tell him not to talk about OG. I can't do that. So he called me. And I'm definitely going to cover this because you told me not to. Why? Why call me and tell me not to cover Jason Lee's show? And he said, make him work for it. All right? But should Armon be trying to deal with celebrities? I think Armon are not condemned. I see that. And he called me. He called me for real. And he confirmed. He said, yeah, I called Wiley. Why did you call me? Okay? So this is what we're talking about. Is here Jason Lee pulled a chess move. And he got one of the hottest interviews in the game, Cardi B. And he wanted to control me, and it backfired. Okay? And I don't have an issue with Jason. I personally don't have an issue with Jason Lee. I'm just going to do my commentary, whether he got me blocked or whether he don't got me blocked. Hot topic is a hot topic. It is what it is. Jason responded to me on his show, and he got me blocked, but you see the coverage of me on YouTube. So I'm always going to cover hot topics. It is what it is. And Armon told me when he was in Paris, he said, Wiley, I regret interviewing Jason Lee because I made Jason Lee more relevant on YouTube. That is what Armon told me. But I think Armon Wiggins regret talking about Jason Lee is because he saw, even though Jason Lee is not perfect, he's still a bridge that I would have loved to still be on. And now, once the dust settled, I shouldn't have did that because he thought about it. He was in his feelings. Jason Lee did not want Armon Wiggins to get these exclusive. So what Jason Lee did, he dragged Armon Wiggins by not saying his name and forced Armon Wiggins to say his name publicly, and Armon got played. I had his back, but did he get played? Yes, he did. Right? And Jason doesn't like me. I was invited to the party. You don't have to like people. Who cares about liking? Most people in Hollywood don't like each other. They deal with each other for the greater good. Most of the people don't like each other. They deal with each other for the greater good. They feel like they can get a come up, they will deal with you. All right. And so that's how that is going on. So when he called me, I said, oh, wow. Let's go and have this conversation. And we definitely going to talk about Jason Lee's show. And now that he's interviewing Carly, I'm 1000% in talking about Jason Lee's show. He couldn't even wait until he got back home. It was with him so bad. He couldn't wait to get back home. He called me in Paris. Because he said Jason Lee's show is going to be boring. Jason Lee is not daytime, tea time relevant. He is not great. Any of that. Dan Armon said, I'm good. I should do late night. I do this. My business is great. I'm awesome. Then he started talking about how good he is to me on the phone. Right? And he got on that conversation and he came on to me on the show. And I talk about it on my show, and he got mad that I talked about it. But of course, I'm going to talk about it. And even Armon knew I'm going to talk about it because he said, "Well, you ain't going to listen to me." I'm not. You're not controlling me. You're not a producer of the show. You're not paying me. I'm not on your payroll. Correct. You don't have to like each other, but you have to respect each other. If you are showing you know how to clearly done this back of mine, you would think you are above approach. Yeah. And he called and I said, hey, I got to talk about it. Okay. And I have his back when it's warranted. But in this particular case, I think Jason Lee outsmarted Armon Wiggins because he pulled a chess move and he interviewed Cardi B. I don't think Jason is as good as Wiley and Armon. He will plummet it after the Cardi interview unless he keep rolling celebrities in. All right, let's go backstage. Also, you're oh wow, we gonna cut this loose because we've been on here for almost 2 hours, child. I didn't even think I thought this was gonna be like a 15-minute interview, a 15-minute conversation. Star.
Hey, sorry I had to drop off earlier because I had to join a meeting for work, but I wanted to call in and just say I don't think Armon cares about this interview with Cardi B. There's really no reason for him to care about it. And Wiley, I do not think Armon called you while in Paris.
He did. He listened to his station. He confirmed it. And this, so I tell people, y'all don't do your homework. Do you listen to his station show?
No.
Okay, exactly. So you can't.
But Armon, I mean, so he called you while in Paris, like he ran up his bill to call you.
He called me while he was in Paris, and he confirmed it on station here.
What did he say? What did he say?
He called me because this is the conversation, ma'am. Okay. You don't listen to his Stagehead show, and you got to be everywhere. I'm telling you, in 2020, you will be lost if you ain't on Stagehead, Twitter. If you got to be everywhere to get the tea.
That's a lie.
And yeah, you got to be everywhere. If you want to be caught up, you got to be everywhere to get the tea. And if you're not everywhere, this is why I'm here for, because I'm gonna bring it to you too.
Thank you.
And he called me. He said, "Let Jason Lee work for the ratings. Don't talk about his show." Because, and the reason why did he call it? Because Jason Lee's show, I'm gonna break it down to y'all. When he did the last episode of Gagging with Jason Lee, he responded to Wiley. He said Wiley name directly. And I posted that clip on my Instagram. And you see that clip. Couple of days after that episode, why Armon was in Paris, he called me. He said, Wiley, Jason Lee only said your name so you could put his name in a title and drive the algorithm. Now, mind you, I'm Wiley at 20-some thousand subscribers. Okay. I'm not Wiley at 100,000. So whether I talk about Jason or not, it ain't gonna it's gonna make him a billionaire. You understand what I'm saying? So if I talk about Jason, I'm gonna get clicks and views, but don't try to make a picture like if I don't talk about he ain't gonna grow. That's an insult because it's not his brand is wrong. So when he said that, I said, this don't make any sense because you wouldn't call me unless Jason said my name, or unless you trying to deny the influence that the Wiley Show have. But then when he did the show, he denied the influence that we have. But if I don't have any influence or power or fans, you wouldn't be calling me, telling me not to talk about Jason Lee's show. So when I saw that, a light bulb blinked. I said, I'm going to talk about this show and continue to use influence. And I'm not going, because if I would have listened to Armon Wiggins, that would have sent a signal to him that he can control me. Tasha K tried it. She called me. I don't want you to put Armon Wiggins' name and my name in the same title. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm. But now are you guys on good terms? I guess that's what I'm trying to understand.
She called me. I don't want you to put Armon Wiggins' name and my name in the same title. But do you think I can call Tasha K and tell her not to talk about Cardi B or R. Kelly or anybody? You think I ever can do that? You think she would ever listen? Do you think I can call Armon Wiggins and tell him not to talk about people on his channel?
No. But so are you guys on good terms?
They call Wiley thinking that they can control Wiley, and I remind them every single day, you can't control me unless you cutting me a check for $5.6 million. You can't control me. Tasha K tried it, and we had to end that partnership because she wanted to control me. Armon Wiggins tried to control me. So you can't drag Jason because you said Jason wanted to control you when you tried to control me. And I'm going to say proudly, the answer is no.
So are you guys on good terms now?
We have for me, I can't speak for those people. But for me,
for somebody to call you while they're in Paris, I just don't,
They call because I'm going to answer the phone call. I still got love. That's my brother. I'm always going to answer the phone call. But when he calls
me, him to take time out of his trip to call you. That's
take time out of the trip. I'm a media. I'm always going. Anybody can call me. Jason call me. Tasha. I'm always going to listen to them phone calls. My line is always open. I don't do what they do. Block, unblock, block. They play the games. I keep my line open. I don't want them games are just foolish. So he called me and he said these things to try to discourage me to cover Jason Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And that the question should be, why would you call Wiley to try to discourage him to cover Jason Lee? That's the $1 million question.
But that's what I'm trying to get at, Wiley.
That's the question you have to ask him because he have the answer. I can give my assumptions, but those are the type of questions. But you got to be strong because you might get dragged and cussed out.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm asking you. Did this man straight up call you?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I just seen him. I was in LA over New Year's Eve week. Why he don't be looking at press, Wiley? It looked like he got a lot going on. Like he don't be looking at press. So when you be saying this stuff,
you don't listen to his station show.
No, just YouTube.
You're listening to YouTube. And to YouTube, he paint this picture that he's not pressed. But
no, when I seen him out, him and his crew, they was doing this.
When you tune into that station here,
okay,
you hear the pressness and the rap.
He be pressed.
It is there. And it was a YouTube channel named by Coffee City. Coffee did something very strategic and smart. She used to bring the station here recordings to YouTube, and she built a platform off of that. Armon called her so many derogatory names, discouraged that woman. That woman got so scared she don't even cover YouTube anymore. Because what she did, she brought the station head material to YouTube. Because people like you that don't listen to station head, and then people was like, oh, Armon do talk about Wiley. Armon do address these people. Oh, Armon do talk about these people. And he got mad and he just threatened that woman and called her so many derogatory terms. she got scared and she said, I'm no longer covering YouTube beefs anymore.
Dang, so he Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because I had no clue that he talked about
And
that.
that's why it's my job, so you can have a clue and to say, sis, you need to be listening to his station head show.
All right.
And it's there. He goes on rants. He talk about who he don't really like, who friends he ain't with. He said on that show that I ain't friends with Sean David Way. He said I ain't friends with King Payne. I'm not in the business of building channels. Like, he goes in on that station. He goes in. He tells you how he feels. He goes on a rant. He said, I'm not gonna talk about these people. And then the next day, he talks about those people.
I still don't think he pressed about this Cardi interview, because Cardi ain't got nothing to talk about right now. I just don't see it.
Yeah, because you don't listen to the station show.
No, I just don't see it, because we all know that Jason only gonna have Cardi B, Rihanna. He gonna have the same people. So it's really like, we expected this from Jason. At least I did. I knew wasn't nobody else about to be on that show.
Oh, he's pressed about it, because I'm judging that man's behavior. Because if you were pressed about Nikki and you're not getting the opportunity with Nikki and drag T.S. Madison for Phil, you drag Tasha K for Phil, you pressed about Cardi.
That's a good point.
Because you can't tell me that man ain't pressed when the whole entitlement. Y'all heard the interview, but on station here, he said, yes, I feel entitled. Yes, I don't get these cameras and this stuff for free. Yes, I'm entitled to interview these celebrities. He just went on a whole rant. It's on his station here. Episodes are up there for your listening pleasure. He went on a rant about entitlement because Milagro Graham said, I'm not entitled and all that. And he took offense to that. That man sobered up and then went on a rant on station here.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm like, he is pressed. You can't tell me that man ain't pressed that Cardi B went on Jason Lee platform. He's pressed. In his whole entire history, most of his beef happened with he felt somebody did him wrong. He wanted an emotional thing with Tasha K, all of that stuff. And you think he ain't pressed about Cardi B? Of course, he can't say nothing now, but I'm listening. I'm seeing. I just want to see that look crack if he responds. Because I'm very, very patient. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay, did he respond today? Because he gonna say something. He gonna say something that's in his aura. He ain't changed. He ain't delivered. He always gonna tell you how he feel when he felt that he's been done wrong, because that's what he felt about the thing with Jason Lee. He got emotional. He felt that he was dragged. He was embarrassed. And one of Armon Wiggins' big weaknesses, he do not like to be embarrassed.
Well, I don't know. It seems like, I don't know. He's very talented. I like him. If not anything, he's entertaining. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Entertaining, yes.
So he should take that and run with it. Like, Jason Lee is not that. Armon is very entertaining. Like, instead of him worrying about Cardi B interviews, I think he should just focus on other things. That's why I'm thinking he wouldn't be pressed. Like, it seems like he has other things going on, and a Cardi B interview not gonna make him or break him.
Cardi B interview, the reason why that, and for me sitting in the seat as a commentator, what that interview does, if Cardi B goes on Armon Wiggins' show and give that exclusive, celebrities it's going to be easier for Armon to get celebrities because people follow trends. Same thing with the Breakfast Club. Once Ray J went on there and they got all that publicity and ratings, the floodgates of opportunities happened for the Breakfast Club.
Would you want a Cardi B interview?
Of course, everybody in this business want a Cardi B interview. Of course, I want to be in a prison cell interview R. Kelly because of the opportunities. I know he's whatever. He still got the juice of a celebrity. Of course, I want Cardi B on my show and break down in tears, and I have to give her some tissue. Do you understand the doors that will open up with that type of interview? So of course.
Well, I think you got it on your own without that.
So of course, the doors it would take Armon Wiggins to the next level. Because the one thing that Jason have over Armon is the celebrity interviews, because Armon have not had a sit-down interview with a top celebrity.
He did one with Kanye West, and it was a flop.
I'm talking about Armon. That was Jason Lee that interviewed Kanye. Armon took a picture with Kanye, but it's a difference when you got them sit down eyeballs to eyeballs on an interview. That's a totally different type of.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Jason Lee did one with Kanye West, and it was nobody even viewed it.
No, nobody had that, but it will help Armon Wiggins. It will help the Wiley Show to get those type of interviews.
Well, why you got it? You
Kanye, can you imagine if Kanye West come on the show? He got bipolar, I got bipolar. We talk about our bipolar stuff. I guess stuff about. Do you know the doors that's going to open up for me?
Yo, you
can imagine the doors that's going to open up. Goes viral. He say some stuff that they don't know. I post a library clip and all. We get deeper about bipolar, get real deeper. It doors open up. Every YouTuber want that opportunity. And for the people that say they don't want it, they are lying to you. Everybody in this business that do YouTube, they get paid. You are looking for that next moment in your career. So for people that say he don't feel no type of way, you can tell it to you, to a viewer. For me sitting in the seat, he feels some type of way.
He feels some way. Okay. I'll take your word. Thank you for letting me come up.
Thank you so very much. All right. but Kanye, I would have to have him in a pre-recording, edit clips and put it on my website. Because Kanye, he goes, I would have to be focused. Like with Kanye West, when my interview with Kanye, he goes on rants because he's manic. So I know, baby, we're going to do this in pre-recorded, and I just want the bipolar stuff, all the other stuff, I got to cut that out. I just want the bipolar stuff, your marriage, focus on the juicy stuff. You have to, with Kanye, you have to chop up stuff because I can't have him in a live interview because the man is manic. He's a little hoo-hoo. He's a hoo-hoo. He goes on them rants. So when you got people like that, you have to do him in a pre-recorded and get my editor, chop this, get this part. The other stuff, we ain't gonna put that stuff out, okay? All right, because he's a little, he goes, that man go on a hole, he will have you down to 15,000 rabbit holes. And so with him, you would have to do him in a little bit of pre-record and chop it up and all that type of stuff. Because he talked about everybody, he be naming it, because I love all type of people. I love everybody. I love rabbis. I love all type of people. I took care of Jewish. I took care of everybody. So I love everybody. I don't go all those. They ain't never did nothing to me, right? So I have to chop it up. All right. Okay, we got somebody. Chew Live It. You live on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
I just don't understand why it's so hard for someone to think that Armon wouldn't call you and be pressed. I mean, honestly, she's like, did he really call Wiley? Did he really? Girl, yes, he called. Who's Armon? And we know just by Armon's interview with Milagro that he was pressed. He kept saying, you wouldn't want to be recognized by Nikki. You wouldn't want da-da-da-da. And now look at him. You see, remember when he thought Cardi was going to put him on that day when he said, oh my God, Cardi posted, cash your check or deposit your check or whatever. He was so excited. He thought that solidified him. But Cardi quickly showed, Negro, you ain't nothing, because look who I'm now with. Do you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just can't wait to I don't like to see anyone crack, but I just love this. I love the mess. I just love it. I absolutely love it. Nothing wrong with Armon, but it's almost like he has gotten really big-headed because he did the interview with Bobby Lights. He's done the interview with the Bad Boys and all that stuff. And so he really thought he had Cardi in his bag because he got to a few parties and he got to drink fine wine and champagne. But Cardi quickly showed him, like, this is Hollywood and I'm going to move how I need to move. And Armon, yes, you're doing your thing, but you're not that big. And I'm sorry, you're not that big enough for me to have a sit-down interview. Do you remember when he used that clip of Cardi saying, I'm only talking to Armon, and she told him to remove that clip? She wouldn't even let him use that 2-second soundbite. That should let him know, baby, these people look at you as nothing. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you, Wiley.
Right. Thank you so very much, man. Thank you, ma'am, for calling in. We are here, man. Here we. All right. Tommy.
Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
Look how the tables have turned. He went on a rant on Nicki defending Cardi, and look what happened now. And this is my problem with him. He needs to, and he's gonna take it too personal. And I already know he's upset. I already know, and he doesn't need to be on. He doesn't need to go on a rant with on Cardi and ruin a relationship with Cardi. It's just not worth it. His time will come. All he needs to do is pay Jason Dust, pay that interview Dust, and he will be all right. I'm just tired of him always getting riled up over something too simple for him. He needs to understand that this is just business. Cardi, apparently, I don't believe that she's gonna bring an album in 2023. I believe she don't got no album, but she got an album and she got to promote it, and that's why she's going to be hosting the Breakfast Club. Like, Armon, you got to stop. You got to stop, and you got to rethink how you handle things in the future and the present, because you're just gonna get riled up over something so little, and then you're going to be regretting it, and then you're going to be like, oh, I could have built that relationship with that specific person. I could have gotten a big payday, a big interview. But no, because they don't want to work with someone who gets all personal, who goes on rants because they can't handle the things that you don't like. And that's the problem. He gets all, it's just the same pattern over and over and over again, and he refuses to learn. He just needs to get it together and maybe get some help, because it seems like a personal issue. Maybe it's a mental problem that he has. But that's all I gotta say. Why? Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Hello, Anonymous. You live on air. Hold on. Let me put you on speaker. Oh, she hung up? That was Sister Conservative. Hold on. I hung up on her by accident. I'm trying to put it on speaker. She called in private. So we're going to wait till she called back. When she called back, I'm going to bring her back on. Okay, there we go. Because it hung up. All right. Hey, Sister Conservative. I'm sorry. I got you on speaker now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I saw the thumbnail. So Jason Lee got a interview coming out with Cardi B, and Armon Wiggins should be pissed off, Wiley. If I was him, I would be furious. This man is in love with Nicki Minaj, and he went up against his favorite rapper. For Cardi B, he should be furious. Those Barty people, they come on and they come to Armon Wiggins and they bash Nicki Minaj together. And now, Armon, how do you feel that, I don't care if Jason Lee is a celebrity friend, but you promote Cardi B better than her team. She should hire you. And for her to go and sit down with him, we don't know if Cardi B is not sitting down with Armon Wiggins. We're just assuming. Maybe he do got an interview coming out, and we don't know yet. And we know it will do more numbers than Jason Lee, because Jason Lee is just not popular. Those are the facts. But Armon Wiggins, if you have not booked Cardi B before that picture got released, you should be pissed off. Y'all call in. You have only people calling your show is the Barty people, and y'all just sit here and go on a rampage about Nicki Minaj. And you could say whatever you want to say about Maligro, but let me tell you something about her, Wiley. Maligro, Mar Radio, I think her name is Maligro. You can say what you want to say about her, Wiley, but guess what? She got to talk to Nicki Minaj. She actually, even if it wasn't, viral or popular, at least she said, well, I did have a chance to ask Nicki Minaj questions for the public. So Maligro got her interview. Armon Wiggins, Cardi B has used and abused you. And I hope for 2023, you stop being biased when it comes to her and branch out to other female artists and give them that same attention that you gave Cardi B, because obviously she don't care about you. But I'm pretty sure if you go crying about it and go on a rampage again, she might give you an interview, but then Jason Lee will be like, well, at least I didn't have to cry about it to get an interview. I could call Cardi B on speed dial. So, Armon, don't let people use you. This should be an eye-opener. Branch out to other female rappers. And Cardi B is trash. We don't, Wiley, where is the album Is she gonna release the album next month? I hope so. She's doing interviews and press. Cardi B is scared to release music. That's why she hasn't. These are just the facts. So at the end of the day, she's gonna need Armon Wiggins' help to push and support her. But Armon, if you don't get that interview, I would not support the album if I was you. I mean, so Wiley, maybe she'll call you and interview you, but at the end of the day, you know, he can say he feels entitled. Well, Armon, your entitlement just went out the door. Maligro said, I don't feel entitled for Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj came and sat with her and talked to her. Now, you have not sat with Cardi B. So at the end of the day, is you and Cardi B's friendship real? Do you really have a connection with Cardi B? These are questions, Wiley, that the people need to be asking. Because at this point, I think Armon Wiggins seems like a fraud when it comes to Cardi B. Why haven't she came and sat down on his platform? So these are questions, you know, just to leave up there in the air. But Armon Wiggins, use your platform for good and not evil and hate. You know, y'all bash Nicki Minaj. Now Cardi B look like she's turning into a Nicki Minaj when it comes to you. Good day, Wiley.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Okay. Wow. This was a good episode. Thank y'all for the support and for the love. I'm going to go to one more person that called in. But then we're going to give our close remarks. We've been on here for 2 hours. And we are definitely, that was Sister Conservative on the show. We're gonna leave the show with a high note. Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Oh, this is me again, Wiley. I had talked to you earlier already, but I was trying to get you back again because I was just listening to you as always. Wiley, you are funny. You are really funny how you be going in on our mind. One day you like them and the next day you don't. I just don't get it. And I don't understand why you want him to be pressed. Why do you want that so bad? Why?
You said why do I want him to be trash? Did you say that?
No. I said, why do you want Armon to be pressed so bad?
I didn't say I want him to be pressed. I say he is pressed. Because this information is out there in the streets. I'm on Twitter. I'm seeing the posts of the energy of the people. I said I believe it that he's going to be oppressed about it because he felt pressed about Nicki Minaj. He felt pressed about.
I watch Station Head and I watch YouTube. I watch all of the same stuff that you do, and I see stuff too. And like the other caller said, Armon do not seem pressed at all to me. At all. And that's just my opinion.
Was he pressed about Nicki Minaj when T.S. Madison all went on that show? Was he pressed about that?
I think he was pressed about Nicki Minaj unfollowing him. Yeah, I do think he was pressed about that. He even said that. Yeah, you're right about that one. Yeah.
So he's going to be pressed about Cardi B.
I'm sorry?
He's going to be pressed about Cardi B. I know how that man.
The reason why I don't think that he's going to be pressed about Cardi B because I believe Armon already has something coming up with Cardi B.
Okay.
He has something coming up with Cardi B already.
Okay.
It might not be before Jason, and it has nothing to do with Jason.
Okay.
But he will have an interview with Cardi B. It's coming up.
All right. It's coming up. We're going to be looking
forward to that.
Okay.
I'm sure that's going to happen.
We're definitely looking forward to that. Thank you, Mel. When is it coming up? Is it coming up tomorrow?
No, it's not going to be before Jason. I just said that. It's not going to be before Jason have Cardi on there, but eventually Armon will have Cardi and do an interview with Cardi. Cardi got a big rollout coming out. I said that before when I called in, and this is about her music. So she's going to have more than one interview. It's not going to be just with Jason. I promise you that one.
All right. So we're looking forward to it. Thank you, Mel.
You're welcome. Have a great day, Wiley.
Bye-bye. Hello, can you mute me in the back? Hey.
Hey, well, I'll make this quick because I know you're trying to wrap your show up. Well, I just want to say this. Okay, Wiley, I am pretty sure you're going to get whatever interviews you want to get. The only thing, I love the interview you did with Kiki Green the other day. That was absolutely, I probably wasn't going to be caring for this woman that much, but her politics was so on point, and I agree with a lot of points. The only thing I'm going to ask, Wiley, I know sometimes these people really get you in these interviews. So if you get a big one, just like you did with Kiki Green, please give them an opportunity to speak. Like, don't overtalk them, Wiley, because I know they're going to do something to trigger you, but just let them have the floor. Because when you let them have the floor, we are glued. So I think I would be surprised if you get a Cardi B or, somebody along those lines at some point, because I don't know, you something about you got an infectious personality. So I wouldn't be surprised who you are able to get in 2023. Every day you got us glued. So the best is going to come to you, Wiley. But that's the only thing I ask is please don't overtalk the guest.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
These people. I'll let y'all say all type of stuff to me. I do have an interview that I want to interview, but I can't send a message because the State Department going to investigate. So I can't send a message. It's the interview that I do want to interview. It ain't no celebrity. I'm not even going to say the name. It's an interview that I do want to interview. But if I start communicating, send letters, I will get a knock at the door from the federal agents. But it's an interview that I do want, and it ain't no celebrity. And it's somebody that I research and watch daily. But if I reach out and send a message to their country, send a message, I will be getting a knock on my door and everything like that. Definitely, I want that interview because that would be just a game changer for my career. It will put me up there with Barbara Walters with that type of interview. See, y'all think it's small, but it's no Cardi B interview. I would take it, but it's an interview that I would love and I watch daily. And I'm not gonna say the person name or on YouTube. I'm not gonna say the person name, but it will surprise you who I want to know. That ain't the person or who I want to interview. But I watch daily YouTube and watch other YouTubers about it, and it's like that type of interview. That type of interview will be a game changer for my career. That will be a game changer. No, that's not it. That's not it. Y'all, you can't even guess it. That's not it. But it will be a game changer. They will put me up there with Barbara Walters, and they're not black, but it will put me up there with Barbara Walters, Anderson Cooper, Oprah. It will put me up on that level because of the research that I've done. And every day I put these glasses on and I get into that professional mode. And the question that I'm going to ask this person, okay, it's I can't say the name. Can't say the name because somebody will steal it. Because this particular interview, even if I try to communicate, I will be getting a knock at the door if I try to communicate to even try to advocate to get that interview. So hope I get it, but I do definitely want to interview that particular person. All right. Thank y'all so very much. All right. Thank y'all so very much for the love and for the support, for the action. Thank y'all so very much. And we will show y'all love. That's not it. Y'all haven't named the person yet. That's not it. Thank y'all so very much for the support and the love. For the subscribers, thank you. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. If you want to contribute to the show, Cash App $ Marquise Wiley 28, and also when you do that, the number to sign up for the text list is text Wiley 888-534-4939. Thank you. We had an amazing show last night, talent show. So make sure y'all go check it out. We need y'all to thumbs up. Leave it in the comment. Do you think Armon Wiggins is going to be pressed? Do you think Wiley is pressed? I want to read your comments because a lot of times I can't really look at the chat like that. So please leave a comment so I can read your comment and really see where y'all at in the comments. And it would definitely be great. But I'm looking forward to this interview. I have a dream interview that I want. I'm not going to name the dream interview, but I have a dream interview that I want to interview somebody, and it will be a game changer for my career. It will put me on the level of Barbara Walters, really Barbara Walters, and it will put me on a level like that because people will be shocked if I get this interview. They're gonna be like, "Wow, what in the world? How in the world you got this interview?" And it's gonna be great. All right, thank y'all so very much. All right, I think Armon going on an interview coming up with Cardi. Those. Thank you so very much. All right. It was going to be a game changer. All right. No more talent shows. Okay. Thank y'all so. No, it ain't rolling. It ain't rolling. None of y'all haven't named a name yet. I'm not telling y'all today. Why bring it up if you're not going to say it? Because I have to do it. Thank y'all so very much. I will see y'all in the next episode. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Peace to you. All right. Okay, I'm done. I did it. We almost got 30,000 subscribers, so make sure y'all subscribe. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. I don't know the other part of that saying, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Thank y'all so very much. Peace.